Hey, Patrick Stenger, Creative Services Director for FearWorm Advertising. You're kind of getting a look behind the scenes today because I'm in the studio, the voiceover audio production recording studio where I do a lot of the work for our clients. We do our branding campaigns and, our little sound effects and creative, concept in here. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about digital advertising today. When I talk to hunters at the Trans World show, or even people in general, a lot of times they just think that, digital advertising is social media. And it is, but that's a small portion, right? There's a whole world out there. There's a whole internet, a world wide webs, the interwebs, right? So not every person is just sitting around on social media, and especially Facebook. They're not necessarily on Facebook, your audience, Now they are, but if you really want to zero in, the teen audience isn't really on Facebook. And that is a huge portion of the hunt industry's customer base. So if you're just thinking about syncing your digital budget into Facebook, you might want to rethink that. I would suggest doing that maybe the last 2, maybe 3 weeks of the year, because it is more of a, I would say, general market that you might see during this time. But you're talking your first, assuming you're open 6 weeks, your first 3 to 4 weeks, it's going to be heavy teens. They're going to be heavy teens, period, but they're really going to help you, right, early on. So they're not on Facebook, right? My son gets on Facebook because I'm on Facebook. He gets on there once a month, and he's like 15 years old. But other than that, he's on Snapchat and YouTube, and he plays a lot of video games on his phone. So you have to be able to reach people on their apps as well. So like the new rage right now is Pokemon Go.
Oh, hey, Pikachu, I choose you. Go, Pikachu.
A lot of teens playing that. So if you're not on, if you're not able to, if you're not advertising digitally in the digital world, you're not showing up on those banners on Pokemon Go, you're not reaching that audience because that's where they are. And so I would encourage you to think about other ways besides just Facebook. We're going to do Facebook posts. Think about maybe trying to find some other ways, like maybe getting on Spotify. There's a lot of, I guess it's 16 to 20-year-olds on Spotify. Think about that. Those are like your core demo for the hunt industry. They're repeat business too. So you can find those guys there. But listen, if you need some more info, you can go to fearwormdigital.com and click on Shop Now. What I have up there are some basic, what we've recommended, some packages. We got $5,000 packages, $10,000 packages, 15, 20, whatever. You don't have to buy from us. We just want to give you some examples. Of course, it'd be great if you did. Yes, we'd love your business. But, at the end of the day, we want to help the hunt industry grow. So, check it out. Look at the packages. If you have a smaller budget or you want to add it to your budget, I highly recommend just, buying Spotify and mobile ID targeting. And you can get more info on that at fearwormdigital.com.